If you are struggling to lose fat, to lose weight, to get in the best shape of your life, today we're going to talk all about the 5 reasons that most people are not losing the weight, even though you're probably trying really, really hard to do so. So stick with me. I'm going to teach you all about how to fix these issues. What is going on, everybody? It's Ryan from No Limits Fitness Coaching, and today we are going to talk all about why you aren't losing the fat or losing weight at the rate that you feel like you should be, or maybe you've plateaued and you're just not losing weight at all anymore. So we're going to talk about the 5 biggest reasons that I see with clients when they're not making progress. The problems that they're having, the reasons that this is going on with their body. And many people think that it's just, well, this diet's not for me, or my body's just not ready to lose weight. I'm meant to be this way. There's a lot of excuses or a lot of things that people get in their heads really to make it okay for them to be at the plateau that they're at. Really, there could be just be some easy, small things that you just need to tweak, to fix, make small adjustments here or there so that you can really get back to making progress and getting in shape. So let's jump right into it. The number one reason that I see people having weight loss issues or not really making the progress that they feel like they should be, and probably should be making as much work as they're putting into it. And this number one reason goes into pretty much all of the other ones as well. But it is eating too many calories. Now, I know what you're thinking. You probably are saying right now, but I don't eat very many calories. I eat 1,000 or 1,200 calories per day. I'm still not losing weight. Many times that's not necessarily the case. There really could be a faulty way of tracking your calories, faulty way of calculating what you're actually having. But when it comes down to it, fat loss and weight loss is a very simple calculation. It's an energy balance situation. If you'd like to lose fat, lose weight, you have to be taking in less energy or calories than your body is expending. Very simple. Now, manipulating these things can be a little bit more complicated and takes a little bit of know-how. But when it comes down to it, the number one thing that I see going wrong with people is that they are eating too many calories for their metabolism. So keep in mind as we discuss these things, as we talk about some of the other issues, that maybe your calories are too high for you. Now, the other reasons that I'm going to get into in a little bit more detail go right to that number one reason that you're not losing fat. And it's the calories. There's manipulation that we need to do. There's also tracking that needs to be done. And it all has to be done properly, or your calories will be too high, even if you feel like they're not, or even if you're trying to keep them low. So the number one reason, again, remember this. If you're not losing fat, your calories are probably too high. You're probably eating too many calories. So the number 2 way that I see that people aren't losing fat, aren't losing weight, again, goes to that calorie number, eating too many calories. But really the reason that they end up eating too many calories is that they're simply not tracking properly. I have a whole video talking about how to track properly your calories, but very briefly, you have to make sure that you know exactly the amount, the number, food or beverage or anything that is going into your body. If it passes those lips, you really need to know how much it is. Whether it's just a spoonful of peanut butter, soft drink that you have, whatever it is that you have, you need to make sure you know how many calories it was and then track that throughout the day. You may be quite surprised once you start weighing things and tracking things properly, the way that it should be done, just how much calories are in certain foods. I mentioned the spoonful of peanut butter. Many people don't realize that there's 190 calories in 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. But understanding what 2 tablespoons of peanut butter looks like is quite different for a lot of people. I know I can fit a lot of peanut butter into 2 tablespoons. That doesn't mean that it's the 190 calories that's on the label. If you notice next to a serving size on any label that you look at, there's a weight, usually in grams. That is the best way to figure out how many calories are in the foods that you're putting in your body. Get a food scale. Can be a super cheap one, can be an expensive one, whatever. Get a food scale to be able to measure your food and know how much is going into your body. That way you can track it properly and know exactly how many calories are going into your body. So that second way most people failing with weight loss, fat loss, is that they're not tracking their calories properly. So the third reason that I see most commonly for people not to be losing fat or losing weight the way that they probably should be is that their macros just are out of whack. The ratio that they are eating their calories aren't really what they need to be at. Now, I am not somebody who thinks that you have to get rid of carbs or get rid of fats out of your diet at all. In fact, I think you can do weight loss on however you feel comfortable, whatever suits your preference for eating. The one constant, though, that has to be maintained, and this has been proven over and over again in scientific studies, there's way too many to even list. It has been absolutely proven in fitness that you need to keep your protein high. So in relation to all of the other macros, carbs and fats, protein has to be the most important thing you pay attention to. So while we need to keep track of calories and making sure that it's under our metabolic rate and we have that number figured out, we also have to be paying attention on a daily basis to our protein intake. Now, protein intake can be debated a little bit, but truly what everybody has agreed on, science has proven, is that if you stick to around 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, it's a safe place to be at. So just for instance, if you weigh 200 pounds, getting anywhere from like 170 grams to 200 grams of protein every day is right where you should be shooting for. Now, you're probably all scratching your heads thinking, how am I going to get that much protein every single day? And it is difficult. It can be a lot of work. It can take a lot of effort to make sure that you're getting that protein in. When it comes down to it, if you're looking and trying to get anywhere from 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal, you're probably going to hit your daily goals. So look for protein-rich foods. These are things like chicken, steak, fish, eggs. There's a lot of different foods out there that are high protein but low on the other macros, which helps keep the calories relatively low but the protein high. So that third reason really that we find people not getting the results that they want when it comes to fat loss or weight loss is that their protein just simply isn't high enough. They might be getting low enough calories, but when their protein is super low also, your body just doesn't want to let go of the fat and burn that fat. So keep the protein high, anywhere from 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight, and I know you'll start getting results. Now, the fourth reason that I find for most people that they're not getting results that they should be getting is that it's something that very commonly overlooked completely, is their fiber intake. So much like protein intake has to be calculated and really looked at, fiber plays a great role in a lot of processes in our body. Not just digestion, but numerous other things that our body uses and does throughout the day. Making sure that we're trying to get that high fiber content as often as possible is going to help maintain a healthy digestive system and really just a healthy body in general. When your body is healthy, it also wants to lose fat, perform well, do all of those things that you're trying to get it to do. So really looking at your fiber intake and trying to get anywhere from 20 to 30 grams of fiber per day is a great number to shoot for, and really can help maintain that balance, that carb balance, and balance across the macros, helping your body digest and just run properly. So look into your fiber intake. If you're not getting the results that you want, you may find it's low. You can go ahead and grab any of the fiber supplements out there. Just try to get something that's straight fiber, no fillers in it or anything. A psyllium husk fiber is a great supplement. You just throw it in some water, chug it down. That can get you anywhere from 5 to 10 grams right there, just in that one serving. So look into your fiber intake. It may be low. Make sure that you get that to where it should be, between 20 and 30 grams, and it may help you get great results. Now, the fifth way that we're going to talk about of why you might not be losing the fat or losing the weight that you feel that you should be is kind of a complicated reason. Many times it has to do with your metabolic rate. And I get people complaining all the time or telling me that they think their metabolism is just low. They don't have a metabolism or a body that supports fat loss, that supports weight loss. And that might be true. That could be possible. But that doesn't mean you can't fix it as well. See, you may have this problem, especially if you've been on very low calories for an extended period of time. A year, 2 years, 3 years. Maybe you've ate only 1,000, 1,200 calories per day. See, our bodies are amazing at adapting to the foods that we are eating. So if you have been keeping your calories that low for that long, your body very likely has adapted to the calories that you're eating. Your metabolism may have gone down. It's adapted to it. The way that you can go about fixing this, even if you feel like you have a super slow metabolism, is you can take a diet break. Now, I don't recommend taking a diet break for a couple months on end, unless you really don't mind adding a little bit more weight to what you already have. A small diet break, though, can really help jumpstart the metabolism and help you start burning the fat again. Get off that plateau and make progress once again. I recommend taking 1 or 2 weeks and just incrementally over the first few days, adding in 50 to 100 calories per day. Just a little bit at a time until you're up to about 200 calories more than what you were eating before. So if you were at 1,200, try to inch your way up to 1,400, 1,500 calories per day. Then go ahead and drop it back down to just under, about 100 calories less than what you were eating. Try that over the course of about 6 months. Diet break for a week or two, then diet again. Diet break for a week or two, then diet again. Try doing this in a very incremental, slow pattern. And I bet you'll see your metabolism start amping back up. You'll feel more energized. You'll find that you may get hungrier because your body's starting to adapt to want more food. So really understanding that there's this bigger number, the energy output that your body has plays a huge role on if you're getting progress or making progress in your fat loss. Try this diet break only for a small amount of time and play around with the calorie number that you take in per day. You don't want to get it too low, but don't want to get it too high either. So mess with that, manipulate it slowly over the course of a few months or so, and you may find your metabolism skyrocket back up and you start getting results again as well. Metabolism is a huge issue that needs to be focused on and really needs to be taken care of if you'd like to continue to get results over the course of a long period of time. We've got a video right here that talks all about ways that you can increase your metabolism. So go ahead and check that out to help you increase your metabolism. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, but really want info on losing weight, building muscle, and getting in the best shape of your life. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see everybody next time.